Hey hooligans, back again. So in the last video, we really just created our first project called Hooli Project. And we went ahead and created a couple of the folders and created the folder structure for what we're going to use in subsequent videos. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and load the FBX file that were given by AMGI and that we downloaded from My Pet Hooligan into our project. So let's go to this big folder called 1830 and open up that folder. And then let's go, if you go to File Manager and you find, in this case, I downloaded several of my hooligans, and this is Hooligan 1830. When I open up that folder, you'll see a bunch of PNG files and, of course, a Hooligan 1830 FBX file. Now, what's cool about this is we've got not just the FBX, but we've got the textures that were used for the body color, the hair, the face, and things like that. And I'll show you later how we apply those textures. But for now, this is crazy simple. We're going to take the FBX file, we're going to drag it into the folder called 1830. You're going to accept all the defaults for this import. I want to point out that the skeleton is none because we're going to import the current skeleton for our Hooligan when we load it. Leave all these others set as default. You can again go and learn more about what each of these are, but we're going to just drop and drag from our file manager into our project our FBX file. When I hit import all, it'll start loading and it should take a few seconds, not too long. And you're going to get this message. Not 100% sure what's going on here, but I think that because this particular Hooligan doesn't have a ponytail, doesn't have shaved hair, things like that, these bones, it says, are not vert weighted, and they're missing from the bind pose or the T pose. So far, I don't think that's a huge issue, but that's something the AMGI team can probably clear up. So what have we done? We've loaded our Hooligan. What you see is we have our skeletal mesh of our Hooligan. So if I open up this skeletal mesh, you'll notice that there's our Hooligan. And on the left is the bone structure starting at root and explains, a lot about what's going on with all the bones, and super cool. We've got the bone structure here. And this is key when we talk later about creating animations and things like that. But that is our Hooligan mesh. We also have the physics asset and the skeleton mesh itself. So these are a part of the FBX file that was loaded, including the materials. And these look kind of plain now. These are the materials. When I open this back up and take a look, Hooligan looks kind of like a piece of clay. Kind of that. The materials was defined by the components that made up the model of this. And so those materials will have textures applied to them, which we'll talk about later. It's the colors of the shirt and all the textures that make up the Hooligan itself. But for now, we have loaded our Hooligan and the materials. And so this is a good sort of simple, easy way to just get your FBX file into the Unreal Engine. And what I'll do in the next video, I'll talk a little bit about how we go ahead and set up our first character, which is really a blueprint. So we'll go to the blueprints folder and we'll set it up a character and assign it to our mesh, and we'll get it started in the game. So that's it for now. Very simple. Just drop and drag your FBX file in there, accept the defaults, and you should be good to go.